Hello. Last year, at the general election, I asked you to place your trust in me. Vote for me on Thursday, I said, and the recovery will begin on Friday. Well, I'm still here. You trusted me, and if I may say so, you only have to look around you to see how I've rewarded that trust. But not content with turning the British economy into what it is today, I intend this month to set out a new vision. The big idea that will answer those dismal Johnnies who still ask me, John, what's the big idea? Imagine how life could be if we could do for public morality in the 90s what we did for the economy in the 80s. I want to go back to basics. I want to address the fundamental question of why there are still a lot of bad people in society. For despite the opportunities we have provided, there are groups within our society who are still dependent on state benefits and who have a need we have, alas, not fulfilled until now. They need to be punished. Even in the 80s, decent, ordinary people still held on to core values. They said, core, I'd like to have a bit of that. But to hear some people talk, you'd think we were in some way responsible for the attitudes that corrupt today's society. What nonsense. I think we need to get away from liberal, progressive ideas and get back to gut instinct and common sense. But not everyone's common sense. Michael Howard's common sense. Norman Fowler's common sense. My common sense. Let there be no doubt, there does exist in our society a hardline minority who are vicious, antisocial, and prepared to stop at nothing to get the money to support their habit. I know. I face them every week in Cabinet. But we are prepared to lead by example. People must learn to take responsibility for their actions. And that goes from the bottom of society right up to not quite the top. Let no one doubt that behind this new emphasis on the obligation of the individual, there lies a guiding philosophy, a basic human need to cut public spending. Why should we hand out money to single mothers when that money would be better spent building prisons to house their delinquent children? As over the coming months we set out this new social agenda, I want you to remember one comfort. Despite all the sleaze, corruption and hypocrisy we see gnawing at the heart of our nation, I'm still here. God bless, and as it says in the Bible, vote Conservative.